Hey, Virgo, Intuitive Soul Coach here with your November 2022 career reading. Welcome back to my channel if you are returning, and welcome if you are new. Today we'll dive into the collective energy of Virgo and take a look at all things related to career, finances, abundance, money, and wealth. So just a friendly reminder, Virgo, these are general readings. Please do take what resonates and leave the rest behind. If you are interested in a personal reading or even entering into the free monthly reading giveaway, you can find both of those links in the description box below. All right, so in the area of the past here, we do have the Coffin. This can talk about bad investments. It can talk about financial challenges, trying to rebuild a savings for some of you, digging into, it could be a retirement fund. There may have been a foreclosure, a job loss. It may have been due to the economic crisis or pandemic that you struggled financially. Now, this could be something that happened 5 years ago for you, or even 10 years ago, that you are still trying to kind of come back from, Virgo. I do feel in the past there was some sort of an ending to a situation here, but it's actually bringing about more growth in the present and into the future, but something needed to end. And I feel like you're seeing the silver lining here. This is the death energy, is what I'm picking up on for you. And that death energy is major transformations for you financially, physically, emotionally. There may have been a move. There may have been a relocation. Some of you were changing jobs. If you are an entrepreneur, you may have struggled at times financially, because they're showing me that pendulum swinging from both ends here. But I feel like you are closing the coffin here to a past situation. The struggles is what I'm hearing. You're closing the door to struggles that you've had financially, because you're being divinely guided to move in a new direction. And some of you have really been working your tail off to bring in some sort of achievement, an award, recognition here. But finally, in the present energy, November here, we do have a steady income flowing in. So I do feel that for some of you, you are either catching a break here, or you finally realize that there is a silver lining with a situation that's happened here in the past. You may be accomplishing some sort of exam, reward or award, some sort of ceremony. There could be even an organizational get together here, whether you are self-employed. This could be you working from home. For others of you, you may be in the art, the design, the teaching, the healing field as well. But I feel like it's time for you to kind of get organized. You're taking a look at the end of the year, maybe budgets. You may be looking at goals for 2023 here. But I do sense that November and December are going to be months that you're accomplishing the goals that maybe you've set aside. Some of you may have put something on the back burner and you're taking a look at, and you're saying, how can I build this up? How can I grow more of my finances in the upcoming year? So I am sensing that with this frame, some of you may be getting certified. You may be thinking about going back to school, online learning. There could be an energy here of gaining some level of education as well. Or again, you're studying or practicing for something that's going to bring you more income, bring you more finances, whether you're learning on your own or in a traditional setting. Now, in the future, we have the Crown card, and this is about overcoming obstacles. Whenever I see this Crown card, Virgo, it reminds me of the Emperor or any of the kings and queens as well. So you're rising to the top after going through a challenging time financially. This is about overcoming obstacles, power plays. Some of you really struggled in the past with people you've worked with because they were very materialistic, or they were just focused on money, and they may have stepped on toes. They may have broken promises. They may not have treated you fairly due to a power struggle or a power play. This is about bringing more wealth into your life. Now, some of you are bossing up. This can be King of Pentacles energy as well as that Emperor, but I feel like you're building your own empire. Even if you are still working a 9-to-5 job, I feel like there's something you're doing that is going to bring about more success because you're stepping into that leadership. You're taking action. So you may be having a side hustle on the side that is starting to grow or take off a little more. Or you may be focusing on additional income sources so you don't have to work multiple jobs or work that 9 to 5 job here. This is about taking charge, but they just gave me taking a chance. And I feel like you're taking a chance on this new beginning that you do have coming in. But the good news is you have progress. There's progress here. And you're going to see proof of it, I feel, in November. So let's dive into your reading here, Virgo, and take a look at the main energy. What is the heart of the matter when it comes to career for November 2022? What do we have for Virgo? All right, we have the Six of Cups. Yeah, Six of Cups, it can be the card of nostalgia. You may be looking back. What I'm kind of getting here for you is you may be looking back at the accomplishments that you have done or that you've partaken in over the last year or even over the last 5 years. And you're accumulating that success into something quite large. So you've been really working hard is what I'm seeing, Virgo. You've been working hard towards either building a business up. Some of you may have been writing a book. You've maybe started a YouTube channel. Perhaps you've been trying to climb the top in your line of work, in your business. And I sense that all of your accomplishments, all of your hard work is paying off, and you're again seeing the proof of that showing up here in November, even December here. I feel by the end of the year, you'll have achieved this crown status, and 2023 for you looks very, very bright when it comes to your finances. Now, the Six of Cups can also be about kindness. It can be about going back to your childhood as well and doing something that you've always wanted to do. Now, some of you, it may show up in an unexpected way. Now, maybe you've always wanted to be a nurse or a teacher or a marine biologist or an actor. Sometimes those things come towards us in life, but we don't realize that, wow, that's really what we wanted to do, but we may be doing it in a different way. Maybe you wanted to become an actor or actress, but now you're a social media influencer. For others of you, maybe you wanted to be a teacher and teach children, but you may be teaching people on a wider scale, or you may be teaching anything. It doesn't have to just be math or social studies or English or anything of that nature. You may be teaching about life coaching and spirituality and empowering others through maybe telling your story. So I just feel here with the Six of Cups, you're hitting some sort of a milestone or accomplishment that you've wanted for quite some time, whether childhood or it's something you've been working on for years, because I feel like it's more than a year. It's not something you just started last month and finally, wow, it's overnight blowing up. Maybe some of you, but I do sense that this has taken a little bit of time for you. But with the balloon showing up, that's celebration. That is being able to be excited about what it is that you are doing and where it is that you're going. So let's take a look. I just heard something about a childhood home as well. Now, some of you may be revisiting a childhood home. Maybe there is something with moving back to a place that feels like home to you. There could be relocation. Let's take a look and clarify the Six of Cups, please. All right, we have the Three of Pentacles. The Three of Pentacles is about teamwork, collaboration. It is about coming together to create something beautiful. And this is beautifully aligned because you can see that each and every one of them on this card have a little bit of their own magic, a little bit of their own unique gifts to throw into this potion here. And without the other, you wouldn't be able to create exactly what it is that you want, where it can grow into this fruitful, abundant energy here, whatever that may be for you. So I do feel that you are, again, communicating, networking, that energy I was getting in the very beginning of your reading. You may be reaching out to people. There could be people showing up at the right place at the right time. This can be you running your business where you're attracting the right type of clients that help you grow. So I'm just sensing that if you are looking for employment or you're looking for a job, I feel like it's the perfect month for collaboration and to come together. So this is powerful stuff, Virgo. Let's take a look and see what is challenging you, what is crossing your energy in the month of November, and how can we help you navigate through it. What is crossing your energy? Six of Wands. You'll get there. This is the card of success. It's the card of fame and fortune, if you're looking for that. It is the card of achievement, accomplishments, recognition. I do feel like you're getting recognized, but you feel like it may be taking forever. When the Six of Wands shows up here, you may feel at times overlooked. You may feel like you failed in the past, but Virgo, it's very important for you to recognize that failure is part of success. Failure is part of you being able to grow and learn and evolve. In order for you to get to this crown status, you can ask anyone who is a millionaire, anyone who is highly successful, if they've ever failed, and I'm sure that they would laugh and say many, many times. So don't feel like a failure. Don't feel like you're being overlooked, because soon enough, I feel quite soon, actually, sooner rather than later, you're going to hit this Six of Wands status where you will be recognized for your hard work, especially with the frame and the crown showing up here. Let's clarify the Six of Wands. Now that Six of Wands as well is about accomplishments and achievements, which you have showing up here. So some of you, if you had to maybe, oh wow, you have the Six of Wands again showing up. So yes, it is about you finally, you're going to hit it. There, I was actually just going to say something with the second time. It could be second time's a charm, or maybe even the third for some of you. But there's something either coming back around, something that you may have failed in the past. It could be a test or an exam. Maybe you're going back and taking it again. For some of you, maybe you didn't get a certain or specific job in the past because the timing wasn't right. And maybe you're applying again for that position, and I feel like it's coming back around. That's what that Six of Cups is all about. But the good news is, especially with this showing up twice for you, Six of Cups and Six of Wands, sixes are about problem solving. They are about harmony, loyalty, staying loyal to what it is that you love. But there is a sense of responsibility here. So I feel like you are putting in the work, Virgo, doing what you need to do. And double sixes here, you will achieve it this time around, whatever that is for you. So very powerful synchronicity is taking place for you this month. Now let's take a look and see what is below you. What is the foundation here? What is below you? King of Wands. Yes, I love it. So in this deck, the Tarot of the Mystical Moments, the author, Catrin Welz-Stein, she's actually created a female version and a male version for each of the kings and the emperor. And this is the female version of the King of Wands, which I really love. So it doesn't matter if you're female or male. It's just the energy. But what I pick up on intuitively here, when the King of Wands shows up in the feminine, the King of Wands is not only action oriented, but he's receptive as well, or she's receptive. So she is all about creating her destiny, taking charge. A lot of you are business owners or entrepreneurs, or you are heading in that direction. This is something that you have built into your cells, into your DNA, into your energy. So if you are working a career or a job right now where you're not a business owner, you may be working for someone else, you may be wanting more flexibility. You may be wanting more adventure, more risk. You may want to be able to kind of adapt to the surroundings in a better way, where you have more say, where you are being heard, you're being listened to. Some of you are inspirational leaders, motivational speakers, it could be as well, but you will climb to the top because you've set yourself up in this lifetime to be successful. And some of you are very passionate about socializing and reaching people on a global level. It's being able to maybe travel, work from anywhere, create your destiny. And when this female version shows up as well, she reminds me of the Queen of Wands and the King of Wands, both of those traits coming together to create that whole. She's strong, she's confident, she is creative and artsy, she's bold and wise, and she inspires others to live their best lives. And that's what you are heading towards if you haven't hit that status already. So this is some powerful stuff here. That could be what this frame is all about. You will be able to organize what you need to, whether it's organizing your finances, organizing your space. Now, some of you do work from home, or you maybe need to organize your office or your, they're showing me designing a new look as well. Some of you may be creating or designing a new look. Now this could be for a website, it could be for a logo, it could be designing a whole new look in an office space or a storefront property. It could also be creating a vision board and putting it in a space that you work or see often. And if you look at that vision board, I have every ounce of confidence that you will achieve the things that you set out to achieve on that board. And right now, maybe you don't have a board, but you are seeing it in your mind's eye. A lot of you, again, are built in for this success. So let's take a look at the past, Virgo, and how it may still be affecting your present. You do have the Coffin card showing up. So you may have felt like you've invested in things that didn't really help you, or you may have felt like you put your money towards things that just didn't grow. What do we have? Oh, yep, the Temperance. So what I feel with this is you've been working long and hard to achieve some sort of status, but you've had to be patient. And your patience is paying off. You can see here with this Temperance card, I feel like this is not just about patience, but it's about compromise. And some of you may have had to compromise your sleep. Perhaps you've got up a little bit earlier to work on that book before you decided to go into the office. Perhaps you've decided to take an hour out of the day to work on your business before you started dinner or before you started laundry. Now this doesn't have to be a bad not consequence here, but I feel like it's something that you're compromising, but it is for the better, and you know it's for the better. It's like when you start exercising, you have to get up a little bit earlier, or you have to put in the work, and you know that the effects, the long-term goals and the effects are going to be worth it, but it's taking a little bit of time for you. So the Temperance card says, even though you may have felt stuck, there is forward movement here. And that could be what this Coffin is all about as well. Maybe something you put on the back burner because it just wasn't taking off. A lot of times you'll find that people in life tend to easily start things, but they don't always follow through. I feel with this Six of Cups being your main energy, Virgo, there's something you could be revisiting, trying for again, and realizing that you have what it takes to climb up. You have what it takes to succeed in something that may have felt like a failure in the past. Let's just clarify this Temperance card for you. Some of you have some major self-control, or that's what you've needed to learn from a situation in your money matters here. What do we have? Ace of Cups. This is about you doing what it is that you love. This is about you going in a direction that you love. You may be going back and learning how to heal. Maybe it's becoming a Reiki practitioner. Perhaps it's going to massage school. For others of you, it could be counseling. It could be therapy, coaching. I'm getting a lot of you out there, Virgos. You may be coaches, mentors, spiritual healers, or even teachers. But whatever this is, you're doing it from a place of love. You're doing it because you love doing it. And you may have, again, put it on the back burner, or it just wasn't growing at the speed that you would have liked here. But I do see a very big change happening for you. So let's dive into that energy here. What's coming in? What's above you? We know you have it built into your foundation here to be a success. Let's see what's showing up. What's above Virgo here for November 2022? Nine of Swords. Yeah, this is, it's interesting here because typically the Nine of Swords does represent a little bit of anxiety. It can be about sleepless nights. It can be about even overanalyzing or overthinking. But what I'm getting here is you can see in this picture, and I don't think I've ever said this before with the Nine of Swords, but you can see the eyes are on her. And she may feel a little bit vulnerable. So what is happening here is you're shifting your energy to become more vulnerable. That takes strength, Virgo, especially if you are coming, what's the right word here, the phrase, coming out of the closet, but in a career sense where you may be putting something out there and there may be that fear of shame or fear of humiliation, fear of becoming too vulnerable, but it's actually going to bring you great success. So allow your skills and your unique talents and your gifts to shine. There's a quote in one of the decks here. It's talking about living naked and free. And I feel like you are wanting to kind of live naked and free. It doesn't mean you're running around the streets naked, but it's about you being vulnerable. And that may have been difficult for you because maybe you grew up in an environment where you weren't seen, or you were told children should be seen and not heard. Maybe you were in a marriage where you were overlooked, or your words or your actions didn't really matter. And that's what I see happening here, especially with all the eyes on her. here. But instead of the anxiety, which you may have a little bit of anxiety because of those fears of humiliation, rejection, and not being seen or heard. But what I am sensing is you are doing it scared. You are pushing through the fear and you are putting yourself out there. And within that itself is a great success. So Virgo, if that is you and you're becoming more vulnerable and you're letting people see a side of you that maybe you've kept locked away or hidden for quite some time, I feel like you are bringing a sense of closure. And there it is, 10 of Swords. There's a sense of closure coming in, and that's this coffin energy. This is about you reinvesting in the things that bring you happiness. The 10 of Swords is something ending. What is it that's ending? It is the fear of shame. It is the fear of not being seen, not being heard. You're letting that go once and for all here. And I feel like you're standing naked and free. Wow, this is very powerful for you. Let's take a look and see what's showing up in the near future. Remember, this is what's coming in. This is your energy of you becoming vulnerable, you becoming open, especially when it does come to your gifts. Some of you have been highly spiritual, highly intuitive, highly empathic your whole life, but you may have suppressed that. It could be through drugs, through alcohol, through shopping, through whatever it is. Sometimes we tend to suppress, whether it is through addictive behaviors or whether we just hide, dim our light because we're afraid to be seen. Not anymore. You do have something here that you've been really soul searching on. The Hermit energy is about you moving in a path that may feel like you are doing it solo, but I feel that this portion of your life, you may need to go off on your own. Okay, the Hermit energy is about you doing what you know is best for you. And that's what I feel is showing up from this Hermit. This is a very powerful energy. It is a very sage, a very beautiful energy of introspection and meditation and self-awareness. And that's what you're doing here, is you're becoming not just aware of who you are, not just aware of your own body, your own vulnerabilities, your own insecurities, Virgo, but when it comes to making money, when it comes to your finances and your career, there may be a path that you're doing on your own. And I feel like you are going to say yes. And it may be scary doing it on your own. Some of you may be leaving a corporate job to go off and forge your own path. And sometimes we don't know what that path looks like. Sometimes we have to cut down trees and pave our own way. Sometimes we need to embrace the unknown challenges that show up when we take the beaten path or the path less traveled. Thank you, Spirit. And I feel like this is what the Hermit is all about, taking the road less traveled and not going with maybe what you've always went with. Maybe your parents always told you could only be a certain thing, or maybe people told you that the direction you wanted to go would never make you money to survive. And so you did the conventional thing. You went to school, or you chose to stay in this career because it was something that was creating money, but wasn't fulfilling. Virgo, you are heading towards a new direction and you are forging your own path. Let's take a look and clarify this Hermit. What do we have here for Virgo? Right away, beautiful. We have justice. I love this. Some of you are fighting for equality, for fairness, for truth, especially if you do work in an environment or work for someone else where you're constantly manipulated by the energies of injustice or untruths or immoral behaviors. It could be unethical behaviors as well. You're fighting for balance, and some of you need to stand up for that. Some of you are bringing, they just gave me humanitarianism as well. Some of you are helping the world become a better place. Some of you want to help people become better people because you want to bring more justice and more love and more light into this world here. Now, some of you may have strong Libran placements as well. You may even bring about something within the legal system. Maybe you've always wanted to be a lawyer. Maybe you've always wanted to create peace within a family's dynamic or within the workforce. You can see that these scales are balanced here. And I feel for a while there was some sort of imbalance when it came to your money. You're finally feeling like you're heading in the right path. I feel like there is an ending though. You can see the swords are pointing downwards. So I feel like you may be walking away completely from a situation that was unfair. There was untruths. There may have been manipulations, or you just didn't feel like it was aligning to your own morals, your own beliefs. And now you're heading towards more truth. And that truth may be, again, forging a path that is your truth. Let's take a look, Virgo, and see what you're telling yourself. How are you feeling? What is your energy all about for November? Okay, Queen of Cups, beautiful. Queen of Cups is a queen who is highly intuitive. Your intuition is guiding you to move in a new direction. Your intuitive healing qualities. Now, some of you may be a nurse, a doctor, a therapist, a counselor, a mentor, a coach, a healer of any sort here. If you're not in one of those fields, this is about you loving what it is that you do. And remember, we have the Ace of Cups showing up in the past. So you may be revisiting something you've always wanted to do that's been very exciting to your heart. Now, I just heard someone say, well, Melissa, what if I don't know what that is? What if I know I want to follow my heart, but I'm not sure what that is? I say then, follow this energy of the Six of Cups. Kind of go back to, if you're not sure what brings you passion and joy, use your curiosity. What are you curious about? And go in that direction, because what you're curious about, you may find that the more you dive in, you may go off on different modalities, but you may find what it is that excites you and brings you joy and brings you pleasure. For others of you, you absolutely do know, but you may not have had the resources available to move in a new direction. When this Queen of Cups shows up, she's very supporting, very loving, very nurturing. And this is your energy. You also may give very great hugs, Virgo. When you hug, you hug from the heart. You hug from the soul. And I definitely feel like you release endorphins, and other people do, when you do embrace someone in your beautiful energy. So this Queen of Cups, she can give great advice as well. Some of you may be psychics, tarot readers. For others of you, this is about filling your own cup up first. And that may be why you need to kind of go off on your own. You may be the kind of person that has helped other people along the way. And yes, that's wonderful. But sometimes we help, or we're that giver so much that we forget to give to ourselves. And I feel like it's very important for you to now walk this path where you are taking little bits and pieces off that trail, and you are eating the sweet berries as well. So you're enjoying the sweetness that life has to offer. I like this Queen of Cups for you, Virgo. Let's take a look and clarify the Queen of Cups with how you are feeling here. Okay, so I definitely feel that you, with this energy showing up right away here, your emotions may at times be all over the place. Make sure you try to keep a balance to those emotions. Use your logical mind, of course, because we do live in an earthly realm where we do need to use our head, but we also need to, we have emotions, and we need to follow our intuition as well. But don't let the emotions become so strong that they take over and you're not able to think logically. So let's take a look and get one more card to clarify that Queen of Cups, please, for Virgo. They're giving me the name Sandy or Sandra. So please take that as it resonates. It could be your name. It could be the name of a place, the name of a company, or some of you, maybe you are walking or you're near sand at this time as well. We have the Eight of Swords. This is about you not self-sabotaging your happiness, your success. Remember, you have that Nine of Swords up here showing up. So this is time for you to cut the cord. It's time for you to use the knife that you have available to cut the ropes that you have bound for yourself. So whatever self-restrictions, limiting beliefs, or self-sabotage that you've faced or endured in the past, I feel like you are finally ready to untie yourself from whatever's held you back and forge your own path forward. Some of you are travelers. Some of you are gypsy souls. Some of you, I just heard, I'm a mermaid. Some of you are mermaids as well, or really are attracted to the sand or the salt. I just heard sand and salt, or salt and sand. Maybe it's a business name, Salt and Sands. Let's take a look and see what's showing up in your environment. What is going on for you? They just gave me another name. Okay. Miranda. If that is your name, or if it possibly maybe someone that shows up for you in the future that could be very loving, very supporting, whether it is someone who's crossed over, a grandmother or mother's energy, or even a sister. For others of you, it could be your name. Please take it as it resonates. There it is, the death energy. I really like this showing up for you because it says that you're shedding your old skin. And this is what we've been talking about here. You choosing you choosing your happiness. And you have been undergoing this personal transformation, Virgo, for quite some time. You've been on a spiritual quest, I'm sensing as well. Even though we don't see the Six of Swords or even the Eight of Cups, I feel like you are walking away from a situation with that coffin, with the Ten of Swords, and you are leaving that old version of you behind. You've grown. You've needed that old version in order for you to evolve. So don't for 1 minute, Virgo, think that you wasted time or energy on a certain person or a certain place or a certain career path, because it's actually you've gained the stepping stones needed and required for you to move forward on your career path, on your journey. But there is a shedding of a skin here. Let's take a look and see what this death card is all about. There's an ending showing up here. So whether you're leaving an old job and heading towards a new one, whether you are letting go of the belief that you can't be seen, that you can't be heard, that you can't be vulnerable. Yeah, Four of Pentacles, you're opening yourself up. You are unlocking, again, another card of taking off the binds or taking off the chains that you've kept hidden here. You're opening yourself up. Some of you, this is very new, is what I'm hearing. Some of you are opening up to your intuition. When this Four of Pentacles shows up, this can be about withholding what is yours, withholding your gifts, withholding your skills, withholding your talents here. And it's time for you to shine. It's time for you to open those doors up, because the world needs your gifts, Virgo. The world needs more of your light and your love and your presence. You came here on earth to be this divine channel of beautiful love and help and service to the world here. And it would be, it would be a shame to not have your presence in this world. So you're definitely opening that area of your life up. And in return, when it does come to your career, you will flourish. When it comes to your finances, you will be able to profit as well. It is not selfish. It is not greedy to be able to profit from your gifts, your skills, your talents. This is what you came here to do. So if that is a limiting belief that you have, it's time to let that go. Eradicate that right in its tracks, Virgo. Let's take a look at your hopes and fears. I see your hopes and fears being eliminated with this Nine of Swords, but you have the King of Cups in the female version. Wow. So not only do you have that Queen of Cups, you also have the King of Cups, both feminine energies here. So very receptive, very intuitive. Wow, this is beautiful. Now that King of Cups, he has grown. He has come to a place where, yes, he's been emotional. Yes, he's been through a lot in his lifetime or in her lifetime. This is about you being at times emotionally shut off. And that's what that was all about here. Emotionally shut off because you weren't quite sure if you would be successful. Now there is a clear knowing. And remember earlier I said a spiritual quest? There's that boat underneath her. And I feel like you're now recognizing that this has all been for your growth. And you're heading towards a more intuitive, more spiritual path. You're aligning with that energy of abundance. Some of you are working with the law of attraction. I just heard Abraham and Esther Hicks. So some of you may be listening to the law of attraction, or maybe Abraham and Esther Hicks. Others of you are following. There may be someone that you're following, whether on YouTube or whether on an audiobook. There's someone you're listening to at this time that is really helping you. You may even have your own spiritual coach, your own mentor, or your own healer that you go to. And I feel like this is helping you open up even more so on your spiritual path. So very powerful. So the hope here is that you'll continue to evolve. You will evolve. The hope is that you'll continue to listen to your intuition and that you will be divinely guided. But most importantly, the hope is that you can come here on earth, that you are already here on earth, but you can help change the energy, that you can help lift up the vibes. And you certainly will, Virgo. This is some powerful stuff. I love it. For others of you, the King and the Queen is a perfect balance, a perfect partnership. So you may want to come into partnership with the right kind of people, the right company, the right clients. You have the Hermit energy. So yes, this is a solo quest that you're doing. It's a spiritual, unique quest to you, but there will be additional support coming in that's going to help you grow and evolve. So let's take a look at the final outcome. What is the final outcome here for Virgo regarding finances, abundance, money, and wealth? What do we have here? There may be someone as well on your journey that is actually showing up to say you can do this. They're helping you do this. It could be a mentor, again, it could be a teacher, it may be someone that you've worked with, it could be a family member. I do feel very powerfully about someone coming in, guiding and helping you. It doesn't even have to be someone you've met. It can be someone who is a spiritual influencer as well. Your final outcome is the Chariot. Beautiful, powerful, abundant energy. The Chariot is all about forward movement. It's about not feeling stuck any longer on your career journey, on your money path here. This is about you having clear direction and you holding the reins. Even though it looks like, she's in a snail here, she has the wheels on the snail, so she can speed this up. You have that Temperance in the past, so things have felt a little bit slow, but you are holding the reins here, and you have what it takes to speed things up here. And with this Cancerian energy, this is about triumphant success. It is about your drive. Some of you may actually be moving. You may be traveling. There could be something with home on wheels. Some of you may be getting new wheels. You may drive for your company. You may be driving to people as well. There's just that energy of movement. So whether it is physical movement, whether it's financial movement, you are able to overcome those obstacles and make progress. So this is beautiful. And remember what I said in the beginning of your reading, Virgo? This reminds me of the King and Queens, and you happen to get 3 of them in your reading. You have the King of Wands, you have the King of Cups, and you also have the Queen of Cups. So the King of Wands mixed with the King of Cups is beautiful, because for most of you, this is about you becoming your own boss, or you becoming the leader within your profession, and also doing what it is that you love. And that's the goal here for you. So very powerful energy showing up as your final outcome. They actually want me to pull one from the Work Your Light Oracle quick here before we move on to the Wisdom of the Oracle. Let's just take a look and get a message from the Work Your Light. Oh, they want 2. Okay. Thank you, Spirit. All right. We have here Lemuria, creating heaven on earth. It's happening. Yes, I love this for you. You can create heaven on earth, Virgo. And I feel like you received this recently as well, whether it was in your full moon reading or perhaps it was in the bonus reading. I'm not quite sure. I feel like it was you, but if not, you're definitely creating that safe space, but also more abundance, more wealth, more luxury, more happy moments ahead. And then we also have play. Have fun. Celebrate. Don't be so serious. Yes, this is about you having fun and making your career path more fun to you. And if some of you are saying, Melissa, I'm stuck in a job, a dead-end job, that's not fun, it's not fulfilling, well, you can expect some change coming in, because if that is you, there may be an ending showing up that actually is offering this new beginning. What does that new beginning consist of? You creating your heaven on earth. So very beautiful messages for you. All right. So we're going to take a look and get a message from the Wisdom of the Oracle here. I will read to you the message from the guidebook. And for those of you that are interested in any of the decks used during your reading, you can find all of that information in the description box below. All right. Virgo, what do we have for Virgo? Wisdom of the Oracle. Oh my goodness, I almost said this. I should have said it. I heard blessed right as I pulled that, but you are blessed here. This is one of the best cards in tarot. It's also double 2s as well. And when you add 2 and the 2 up, that equals 4. That is the card of the Emperor. And that is all about leadership and structure and power and stability, and you climbing to the top because you are working on building your empire. Let's get the messages for you. I love that that card showed up. I was literally hearing that in my head, but Blessed is what you're going to feel for the month of November and throughout many months after as well. Remember, you are creating that heaven on earth, Virgo, and you have the reins. You are able to kind of control this situation here for yourself. You're forging your own path. All right, the blessed card. This is about something wonderful that is unearned or even unexpected. I feel like you have earned this, absolutely, but there may be something that comes in that you feel, wow, do I really deserve this? Have I really earned this? And the answer is yes for you, Virgo. So please remember that. This is a grace that is an unforeseen gift from Spirit, and the prosperity message is this. Unexpected windfalls and good fortune come your way now. You're in a phase where any difficulties or obstacles that have stymied your success seem to disappear on their own. Be ready to receive. The windows of opportunity will open wide. Accept the blessings given to you now and don't forget to share them. Oh my goodness, I love this. This is like the sun all jacked up on copious amounts of caffeine, feeling the abundance times 10. So yes, there may be some unexpected windfalls or gifts coming your way. And I feel like it's going to bring you a lot more stability. So get ready. I love that for you. All right. We're going to take a look and get some messages, Virgo, from your animal spirits. And at this time, if you can, I just ask that you close your eyes. Take a deep breath in from that solar plexus chakra, the belly area. Tune into your third eye chakra, the area between your eyebrows. And I want you to imagine the first animal or animals that show up in your mind's eye. Now this could be an animal that flies high in the sky. It could be an animal that swims deep in the sea. Perhaps it is an animal that is wild, magical, mystical, or even domesticated. It could be an animal that's recently crossed your path in the great outdoors, or one that you have at home. There is no right or wrong answer, Virgo. And if you need a moment, just pause the video and come back when you're ready. And for those of you that would like to be entered into the free monthly reading giveaway, where I draw one lucky winner around the first of each month and post right back here on this channel. So please make sure you've hit that that subscribe and notification bell so you don't miss that notification. All you need to do is drop your power animal or animals in the comment box below. All right, so right away we have White Raven Spirit, and it says trust in the magic. This is about you trusting in the magic, being receptive to the gifts. And we talked about receptivity with the female kings showing up here for you. There is an energy of you being receptive to the gifts that are coming your way. So trust in the magic. Trust that the things are happening for you and that you are worthy of them, that you do deserve them. You have that frame showing up here. You've earned this as well. And sometimes it may feel like it's unearned. There may be an unexpected windfall showing up for you, but I can guarantee that your hard work is paying off. So trust in the magic. Next, we have Dolphin Spirit. It says this and that are true. This is card 20, and in tarot, that is all about the judgment energy of changing your life for the changing your life for the better, because you're going towards your calling and your purpose. I feel like your soul's been on track, but this is about you really aligning with that true energy of prosperity, but being able to manifest it here on the physical form as well. This and that are true. What is true for you? That's what you need to ask yourself, and that's the direction that you will take with this Hermit energy. Your own truth, forging your own path. Next, we have Panther Spirit. This is a very powerful card. It says reclaim your power. It's time to reclaim that power. It's time for you to come back home to you, and it's time for you to Stand naked and free. They just gave me. It's time for you to let your skills, your gifts, your talents shine to the world, because trust me, the world needs them. The world wants to see. They don't want you to dim your light here. It's time for you to let go of or release any anxieties of not being seen or heard. Reclaim that power. And lastly, Elephant Spirit says, learn from the past. Know that what you've done in the past here didn't serve you, okay? Whether it was limiting beliefs, whether you weren't able to move forward due to a situation, I feel like you're letting that go. That Ten of Swords showing up is finally an ending that you will never have to kind of go back to that same energy again. And you have learned the lessons of the past. And you can see the third eye illuminated on this elephant. It's a beautiful blue. And so I feel like this is all about you being creative within what it is that you want to do, putting a spin, a creative spin or a twist on something that brings you happiness by looking at it from a new angle, but really envisioning it. That's what that third eye is all about, envisioning your future, creating that vision board, being creative with your business, or inviting new people to hop on board for you to get different angles of a situation here. So learning from the past, because you're not repeating any of the same things. So very powerful energy. Again, please feel free to drop your power animals in the comment box below to enter into that free monthly reading. Now, last but not least, Virgo, we're going to get a message from the crystal spirits. We're going to see which crystal, which gemstone, which mineral or fossil you can work with in the month of November to help you bring in the prosperity that you seek. And we have, a very powerful stone, pedalite. Pedalite here as well. Very powerful energy. It's all about connecting to the divine as well. It's also card 6. When you add 4 and the 2 up, that equals 6, and that's the card of the Lovers. So it's about following a path that brings happiness, joy, and excitement to your career. Pedalite here, the impersonal quality of the universe. This is all about witnessing. It's about the ability to detach at times from a situation that you've endured in the past. And it says when you get bogged down with all the details and complexities of a situation, it requires patience, which you have in the past here. It requires you to step back and observe the bigger picture at work. When intending abundance, there are times when you think you have all the answers, or you believe you know the how of getting to a goal or outcome, when in fact, maybe you don't. The universe must play its part, and that means you don't have to be afraid. Even temporary setbacks will lead to big wins if you avoid reacting to the temporary conditions that arise when you make changes and reach for something greater. There is a new saying, new level, new devil. Imagine that relating to your own resistance to greatness. Pedalite Spirit says to trust and observe, and to remind yourself from the position of the observer, everything is interesting. Now, this stone here can assist you in being that observer. Meditating or carrying this can help you step out of that emotional reactivity, which we talked about earlier. Like I said, not letting those emotions kind of foggy up that third eye chakra. This is about you observing from a place of non-attachment. It's about you connecting to yourself, even though it sounds a little counterintuitive because it's saying detach. What I feel like it's saying is detach from the ego, attach from the fears, attach from the limiting beliefs that you're not seen, that you're not heard, or that you're not good enough. This is saying here, they just gave it to me again, live naked and free. So whatever that means for you, Virgo, it's time for you to gain that higher perspective and to let the universe work its magic. And also, you're taking the reins. You are in charge. There's forward movement. If you've been wanting to go for that exam or that test, but it's been fearful because maybe you didn't pass it, maybe it was very difficult, maybe you've heard it's hard, do it anyway, because even if you fail 15 times, there is still that opportunity for you to succeed. So don't let that failure stop you. Even if you've went in for 15 job interviews and you've been denied from each and every one of you, know that you will succeed. If you have put out your book out there to 100 different publishers, which is a very common thing. You will hear people putting their work out there and it getting denied and rejected. But if every single person quit or stop doing that, we wouldn't have any books out there. So keep doing, because success is guaranteed here, but failure is inevitable. Okay. So the Chariot energy says you will be successful, but allow those failures that you've endured, allow those vulnerabilities to push through them in order to bring you the success that you seek. And I certainly see that coming in with you. I hope this resonates, Virgo. You have a lot of beautiful light, a lot of beautiful energy to put out into the world. It's time for you to shine that light bright. All right. If this does resonate, please feel free to hit that thumbs up button. It certainly does help get the divine channeled messages out there to those that need it most. Feel free to like, share, comment your power animal, hit that subscribe and notification bell. And thank you so much, Virgo, for tuning in. I am sending you tons of love and light.